Alright, 1 o'clock. Welcome everybody to the stream. Sorry for the bit of the short notice. Today we're going to be hunting Emerald Coast today and see how that goes. Can everybody hear me okay? Just a thumbs up if I need to turn up the chat volume or anything. Alright. What time do we got here on the coast? It's 10, so let's go look for some fallow deer. Drink time is over here. So we're gonna go up to this lodge here, and then we're gonna make our way down to this lake down here. We might pick up some access, and we're gonna go today. There was a max weight track up here somewhere. I'm just trying to think of where I put my tent. Anyways, there's a max weight track up here at a rest zone for access deer. So we're gonna go up there today, and we're gonna see if we can find it. I'm just gonna have to look for it too myself, but anyways, let's go over here for now, and let's take a run down here. So if you didn't turn into Apex Hunter, it placed third. It was a good, we had a good competition. Competition was really tight in PlayStation. The point spread difference was like 0.55, which is just absolutely insane if you think about that. Last year it was close to when I placed second. But it was like not even that. It wasn't as close as that because we were, 30 apart. But 0.55, man alive, that was just really, really close. So let's go see what we can see today. Kind of changed our setup for Emerald Coast here a little bit. I decided, I should say, to go with, I've placed all of my tents. I did something different with my tents on this map. I'm going to see how it works. But if you notice, this tent here is like almost a kilometer away. Everything is almost like 1.5, no more really than 1.5 kilometers between fast travel points. And so, and even from like the edges of the map, I'm not more than a kilometer from a lot of my fast travel points. So I'm going to see how this setup works. Instead of setting up at a particular spot, I decided to go and set up so that I was a bit closer to everything. Was it smart? I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Let's see what we got over here. Had a warning call here. So anyways, yeah, we had a really good time at the Apex Hunter competition, and it was fantastic. So I look forward to being able to do it again next year. I hate it when you hear a call and you can't find what you're looking for. So I reset my, I went back to my old game save. I did a game save just for the competition, and then I went back. So in case you don't know how to do it, on PlayStation it's really easy. All you have to do is just turn off auto upload on your save. I recommend you do that anyways, just in case something happens with your current game save file that all of a sudden you can't use it anymore. Like a little while ago, things got corrupted a little bit. And I actually had to start a new account there for a while where they fixed it. So, which is too bad because I got like 10 diamonds on that new account. I got up to level 60 on it, and then they had fixed my old game save file, so I just went right back to the old save. And maybe you want to do a restart or something too. You can easily do a restart. When you actually do a restart, it saves all of your trophies that you've harvested. It just resets all of your weapons, skills, perks, and you start at level 0 again. It's like starting fresh, but you get to keep all of your trophies. But um, I always recommend, like I said, turning off the auto upload. And then that way, if there's ever any issues, you always have your cloud save. And then you just, after every gaming session, I just go and manually save to the cloud. It only takes a minute or two to do, and um, you know, and then you always have that save. Sorry, we're just checking here. I've been hunting Bantang here, and I've been wanting to weed out some of these bigger ones. We're gonna take this guy here. Let's see if we can get a clean shot on him. No, no. So, and it's quite easy to do once again. Or what you can always do as well, which I do this too, is go and um, you can save to a USB stick. So every now and then I go and I upload it to a USB and keep that USB tucked away safe just in case anything ever happens. And like, for example, that new game save I started where I was where I got up to level 60, I put that on a USB stick just in case I ever want to revisit it. And it's just a quick pop in and load. So there we go. See, we got a 4 easy here. Let's take him out. Alright, that should be good. Yeah, he's going down. Alright, good. So just a hint, just a tip. It's always good to do that. So what I did for the competition is I just, obviously I saved it right before I did all the messing around. And then I went and I, spent a bunch of money going through skills and perks and all of that stuff. And then and then all I had to do was just re-download it back to my console, and everything was right as rain again. No damage done. You can also do that too when, for some of the missions. Now, once again, classify it what you want. Is it cheating? I don't know. But you can go and if you manually save your game all the time like I do, and let's say you have a diamond and you mess up that diamond, what you can actually do if you haven't hunted too much is you can go and just re-download that previous game save, and that diamond will be there on the map in the exact same spot. Now, one of the things that I found is sometimes it's not always the exact same weight or the exact same trophy score, but once again, I mean, I think I used that on one of the Yukon challenges. It was like you had to heart shot a grizzly bear, and it was like with a bow and arrow, and it had to be a gold, and I can't tell you how many times I messed that up, and I just went and I found this. First off, to find a gold grizzly was next to impossible for me, and then how many times I continued to go and like re-download it, go and find this stupid thing, re-download it, you know. And sometimes I was just missing by a fraction, and it was so frustrating. But anyways, we got that mission done. For big animal, this thing's just kind of vaporized into the thin air here. I don't want to have to go back to find the blood trail, but I think I'm going to have to. The only disadvantage to running this loadout that I'm running right now is that when you're not carrying a tent, you don't have access to your dog, right? If you wanted your bloodhound. I mean, oh, he's right there. Goodness me, how did I run past that? But no, I've been exploring Emerald Coast here. I've already got a Bantang. I don't know for any of you that have played this map, It's kind of funny because these golds, they're almost diamond. A diamond is 137. I'm only like less than 10 points off. And I've already had one um, max weight level 4 make diamond. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of max weight, even for fallow deer. A lot of max weight threes, which I don't know if that's new to the game or why that is, but you never used to see that before. You know, you'd never get like I've never seen a max weight 3 until this map came out, and then all of a sudden it's just full of them. And it's the same thing with with almost all the animals. All the animals are, you know, they're the sandbar are like a lot of max weight 3s. You know, they only go up to level 5, so I'm not quite understanding why, but anyways, it is what it is. So let's make our way down there. So Bantang go up to 800 kgs max weight. Let's take a look. They're resting. See, like we could take out this level 3 and hope for better respawn, but in all honesty, I'd much rather have a bigger, like the weight class up from here, the 642 to the 7, whatever it is, 740 something. I'd rather have that bigger weight class for hoping for bigger respawns. So we'll just leave those guys alone for now. And we get to collect another need zone along the way. Hey look, they were eating on the rock. Just don't forget, as we're going through here, we're going to check for tracks. I didn't see everything that was there, so checking for those max weight tracks is going to help us up our chances to find a diamond. What do we got here? Oh, we got a bull. We got a 2 miner. We're not going to fuss with him or them. No, we're good. We're just going to leave it. I've got my camera right in the way of seeing when I got to reload here, so. Anyways, we're just figured I'd do a stream today. I'm just kind of sitting on the couch. I threw my back out last week, and not really much else I can do at the moment. Just so I figured I'd sit. I was playing anyways. I figured, what the heck, let's do a bit of a stream. Once again, if you ever have any questions, always ask. That's the whole point of this channel, is to... And if I don't know the answer, then guess what? We'll look it up together. Maybe do a little bit of science work. Let's see if we can get the answer together. But this map's been pretty productive, actually. I got a couple 8 mythical red deer. There's been in the south here. So this kind of side of the map here is kind of Bantang region. I haven't seen them out beyond any of this, you know, these 3 regions. Over here, I shot a fallow today, a max weight fallow. There was an 8 mythical around this lake here. I got a axis deer, and lots of level 4 goats, feral goats, and kangaroos. So in and around this region, lots of kangaroos and stuff. The fallow deer or the red deer taper off here. I haven't seen any fallow or red deer. This is mainly kangaroo and the feral goats, and fox through here as well. So as you can see, I've been a little busy picking up need zones, and anyways, that's just what I've been up to with this map. It's a really nice map to hunt if you don't have it yet. I suggest picking it up. It's kind of like a Parquet Fernando meets SRP. A little bit of a, SRP's been known to be a little bit of a shooting gallery. This one here, this map here doesn't keep you bored either. And with all the deer types on here, you got hog, sambar, um, the rusa, red deer, axis. It's a pretty busy map for that. I can't remember if it's bobtail whites or quail on here, but I haven't hunted any of them yet. It's the stubbled quail, I think, is what's on here. But I haven't really been actively hunting. That smaller stuff, man, is so hard to hunt. It's nice to hunt the big bantang, and then you're. All right, what do we got here? Now, is that a chocolate or is that? I'm gonna say it's a chocolate and not a. Nah, we're gonna shoot it anyways. I don't know if fallow deer come melanistic or not. I want to say they do. We just want to be careful when we shoot because we don't want to spook off anything around here. I probably scared a bunch of deer away from here. I'm just going to say that's a chocolate and not a melanistic, but we're going to shoot it anyways. So like I said, I changed it up a little bit here. I got the 22-250. I've got the 303, the 300, and a bow with me. So where are we here? Yeah, he's just a chocolate or a mocha or whatever. I almost don't want to shoot him because he's so small. But let's shoot him anyways. And we're gonna... Oh, not quick enough to shoot that guy. I don't care about him. So let's go pick him up. I figured with this tent configuration it was pretty good because then even if I got to walk into a lake or a spot, we got a floater. He's gonna float over. Even if I got to walk into a lake or to a spot or something like that, a kilometer really isn't that far of a walk in this game to find something. We're gonna come up here too. Up in this little valley here, I do believe there should be a access deer feed zone up there, or there used to be anyways. So we're going to walk up there and see if we can find any access deer up there. Just checking out what's going on here. Well, we wait for our fallow deer to come across. Don't you wish the retriever could swim across there and just kind of expedite the process, put his paws up on the deer and start paddling the deer faster towards you. I mean, it's floating in water already, but it'll happen. Oh, I think that was that. Yeah, that was that herd that we had over there. So this is where need zones have changed. If you're playing the game, and EW is confirmed this. It used to be that, like, for example, I just spooked those deer, those fallow, and they used to run. The deer would run 150 meters away from the zone. They would stop, wait a little bit, and then come right back. And so you could, like, sit there and just take down like a whole herd. You wouldn't even think twice about it. And that's right, chocolate. And so they've changed that now. So when you spook a deer enough, or you spook that herd enough, they might wander away for a little bit and then come back maybe half an hour later, or they might do what they're doing right now and they move right on to the next need zone. So they're not fixed, they're tied to these need zones like they used to be. EW's explained now that What matters is the home range of these fallow. So these fallow, they might, their home range might be up over to here. It could be it could be up to where this tent is, and then over here, like a big, 300 meter circle or more, maybe even 500 meter. I haven't figured that out yet. I've used to go and pattern some of the before. Like I'd used to move from need zone to need zone and see which ones they would move to, especially on Leighton Lakes with whitetail. But they would always go to the same need zone the whole time unless you really spooked them, and then they would just go to another drink zone that they were attached to. And that's kind of the same way they are here, but they're not as predictable as they used to be. So I kind of like the fact that they've changed that feature in this game, that they're not as predictable as they used to be. It, and it was kind of funny too, because in all honesty, it was when the game first came out, as long as you were 250 meters away from a deer, you'd be on Leighton and you'd shoot a deer, and you'd shoot the guy, like you shoot the deer right beside the one, and the guy would like put his head up and it'd be like, "Hey, what just happened to Bob?" And then you could just shoot him, and as long as you were a certain distance away, you could just take out the whole herd. They would never spook. They would just sit there and take it. But they've made a lot of improvements to the way the animals behave in this game, which have really added to the, I don't want to say the realism, but just to the quality of how the game plays a little bit more. It's not as easy as it used to be in some ways, but then in some ways it has gotten a little bit easier. Like, for example, scoring 1.0, you could easily mess up a diamond because quick kill was a factor in your score. And so the community reached out and said to EW, they're like, "Hey, listen, like in real life, if the animal doesn't die right away, what difference does it make?" So you had to shoot that animal and it had to die within 8 seconds. And if that animal didn't die within 8 seconds, your trophy rating went down. So you could have like a beautiful, beautiful moose, but you shot it in the lung, and it took a while for it to go down, and then all of a sudden that trophy went from a diamond to a gold. And if it took even longer, that diamond would turn into a silver. It was kind of trash. And so I know a lot of people complained a little bit about how the scoring done is now here, but at least it doesn't depend on quick kill. And so as long as you shoot that animal in the vital, that's all that should really matter. That shouldn't change the trophy score. So I like the way they balance that out by, changing, by saying, okay, you have to pass the harvest check for the whole trophy to count. I liked that. So we had a big one up in there, a 3. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer and we can get at these guys a little bit. So that was like a big change. So in essence, that scoring 2.0 made the game easier, but better in the same way to get your trophies, to get your actual trophies for what you needed. So scoring 1.0 was really hard. And what was happening was is a lot of these guys figured out, well, I can spine shot a moose or I can spine shot a deer and it drops instantly. Was it ethical? No, not really. You would never try to do that in real life. And so at the time, EW was huge on we need to be ethical in how we're playing this game. So now that they've kind of, I don't want to say they've moved away from that a little bit, but in some ways they kind of have. I wouldn't doubt it if we see, you know, elephants or rhinos or whatever eventually. Um, it has to come at some point in time, right? After all, it is a game. Um, and it's not something that I'm big on wanting to hunt. I kind of like the maps the way they are. There's not very many males here. Just we have a little one, and we've got this guy here. We're just trying to get around so we can get at him. But I'm not really looking. I'm kind of curious to see what the new map is coming out. They said early 2024. I, if you've joined me on the stream before, I'm not a big map guy. Um, I understand the need for change, but I also don't like having to choose how many maps I want to hunt. And some of these maps, they can literally take you months to really explore them. Let's try shooting them. Man, this is a tough call. Shoot him there. I don't think that was a good shot. Oh no, it was. So to like really explore and get to know your map, it takes a good 3-4 months. Even then, I always go back to Layton, and one of these days we'll hunt Layton on a stream here. I got a little bit discouraged when they reset the populations every now and then. You know, maybe they make a change to, you know, when they bring out True Racks or something, they reset the population for one of those animals. And my Layton Lakes was, you know, if you think this is a lot, which it's not, my Layton Lakes, it would lag on my PS4. Sometimes it would barely be enough to open up because it was loading so many need zones. It was insane. But that's what I keep suggesting. I really want grid lines on these maps because one of the first things that I do when I'm hunting is I'll go and open up all the outposts, and I'll go and open up all the lookouts and everything. It's like I hop onto a map, I start doing the missions, but as soon as it like turns nighttime, I'm searching around and I'm going and I'm opening up the whole map. And you know, once again, that makes the missions sometimes really easy to do because some of the missions are go to this outpost or go to that outpost. Well, if you've already unlocked them all, you're laughing. He's on the other side of that hill. So that's kind of a big thing for me. But now, once everything's unlocked, like, how do I know where I want to hunt or where I'm going or whatever? Grid lines on these maps would be fantastic. Okay, so we are gonna go. There's red deer here, hog deer. Man alive, I know I have a spot where access are resting and I want to go there. And I think it's right here. Sandbar, fallow, hog deer, red fox, no? Ah, see, this is what happens when they don't give us markers. Like the angler's got those markers now. Oh, it's all right over here. Right over here. See? But I don't know if we're going to be early. 1500, we're going to be a little early, but let's fast travel over here and see what's here. If you haven't played the angler yet, the angler's got whatchamacallit, they got little markers you can throw down and say what species are there, and you can label them and stuff. So I really really hope that we can get markers here that we can do the same thing with. So let's smack our waypoint here. And we're just going to walk over. So when I was placing all my tents here, I found this max weight track for this axis deer. So let's see if we can pick it up again. We might have to wait till a little bit later to come and get it, but let's see. It's a beautiful map, though. Don't... If you ever watch the EW streams, Jax, he kind of mentioned it on the last stream, and don't just limit yourself to drink zones in this game. Like, drink zones are easy. If you're struggling looking for animals, go to the water. You're always going to find animals at drinking times. It's one of the best ways to start kind of hunting in this game, but as you progress, you know, some of these hunts you can go on here, and you're hunting like in the thick brush, or you know, you're exploring your map more and you pick up all these need zones, you're going to find really cool things that not necessarily, like, you're not going to miss out on them by hunting drink zones, but you're going to, I don't know, it just makes for a different hunt. I really got to move where I got my camera this next time. Oh. Oh, this would be why. I'm like, how come I can't see my... Okay. Point of interest icons are on the map. Dogs, yes, yes, yes. Hide all animal clues. Nope, they're on. Okay. There we go, that's better. Oh, what did we just spook here? Piggies. Did we have a hog zone here? Axis deer, fallow and red fox, and fallow. So we're gonna pick up another need zone here. I'm thinking. So challenge yourself, challenge yourself, right? Hunting in this dusky gradient. Hunting in this thick stuff can be challenging, but it can also be very fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. There we go. Pushing my whole setup all around so I can see past my camera. Let's see what we got here. I have a feeling that... I wonder if we called a couple of them in and then took them with a bow. Sorry, if you see me bobbing and weaving, it's because I'm trying to see my HUD past where I have my camera set up. They're here till 1400, so... Oh, they're right there. They're there. Let's take out that easy. That 3 very easy. He's 40. The wind is slightly over there, so we're gonna... Oh, and he just bolted. Let's see if we can get that pig there. Sorry, I just heard a rustling there. I thought maybe he was going to start coming for me here. Nope, missed. Well, that's not cool. So what time is it here? It's 12:53, and this access deer isn't going to be here until 1500, so... I really want to hunt that there. How about we go... Let's just go over here, and we're gonna kind of run this way to that tent and see what we can pick up in along this valley here. I think that makes some more sense. Oh, and you know what I haven't done either? I haven't checked out the new cosmetic pack that they just brought out, the holiday pack. Wondering if there's anything half decent in there. Heard some people were a little bit disappointed by what they saw in the holiday pack this time around, but that's fine. We can't please everybody, right? Hey, it's free. They weren't making you pay for it at least, and you're disappointed. But some of the new cosmetics in that Traveler pack, absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. And once again, please, I don't get paid. I'm not an employee of EW. They don't pay me to advertise for them, but I'm just going to give you my honest opinion. Just like if you ask me which map I absolutely detest, it's probably Rancho. I've and I don't know why, I've barely played it. Some of these maps had come so fast together that I haven't had a real good chance to play them, and you know, once again, Rancho is just a little bit more like a Parque Fernando. I explored, sort of explored. I opened up the map, but I really haven't given Rancho a fair shake. It was just lacking something to me. And maybe it's because, like when Parquet came out, Parquet was the first time, Parquet came out before we had trophy lodges. Oh, that's a big one. I think that's our max weight that I was after. We're going to take out that 4. Okay, there's the 3. Oh, I want to land a good shot on this 4 because I don't think he's going to make diamond, but he's going to be a big boy. Ugh, I can't believe we just... Oh. What do we got down here? We got a couple little access deer in a rest zone. So hold on here. So access are resting from 12 to 15 here, and then... So these guys are going here, and then they're just slightly moving over to this zone here. That's kind of interesting. And I know it's the same herd because I picked up their trail last time. Oh, and here they come back. So see, this is what I was talking about. This is how Call of the Wild used to work. They'd run away a little bit, and then they'd get all settled, and then they'd come back. So, you know, sometimes the old mechanics are still there. I just don't know if they fix different species so that maybe some species react a little bit better than others. What do we got there? We got a 3 very easy. We got this 3 who's nervous. We got this 3. Where did our big boy go? So I got talking. I don't want to use a... I have a collar with me. Let's try using an access deer collar. So I kind of... Here's a little tip with the collars. Spam them. The collars have a kind of like a built-in timer. Now these guys aren't going to come because they were nervous before. And sometimes these guys just won't, even when you spam the collar, they won't respond. But if you spam this, like, once again, normally I wouldn't say this is a good tactic, but let's look at this here for a second. Let's go to the inventory, and I'll show you why. If we go to our lures, you'll see that, for example, the access dealer collar, it'll work for 90 seconds, real time. The attraction strength is 40. So imagine if they're not responding. It's kind of like a 40% chance is how I take it. So they get a 40% chance to come into that collar. So if I mash it twice, I've just given it an 80% chance. It's almost like it's like stacking. So, you know, hitting that collar sometimes can get them moving. I don't think they'll come to it just because we had made them nervous. Now there's a good experiment I'd like to see. How long it takes them to go from nervous to calm again. Because I watched it happen today that I had a bunch of nervous animals and then I watched them and I spotted the one, and sometimes you'll see it like if you spot an animal here and keep them highlighted, you can actually watch it change from like nervous to alert to attentive or whatever it's going to be. So if you just keep your binos on them, you can watch them change from, you know, calm to attentive to alert. And alert is kind of like the last thing before they flee. So my wind is good here. We're just going to kind of go around here and see. I want to get into a spot where we can find this level 4. Like even now if they pop up, that would be good. I don't know why I've just lowered my voice. It's not like they can hear me. But I don't understand why I can't find. Okay, there we go. They're alert. There he is, right there. And there's a lot of nice deer here. Let's take him out. Actually, how far away is he? 50 meters? 60 meters probably? Do we try to go in and take him out with a bow? Or do we just shoot him? No, we're just going to shoot him. But we're going to take... These a 152 max weight. Or max estimate. So this guy's a 109 to 150. This guy here is a 152. He can go up to a max estimate on. I don't think this guy will make diamond because his max estimate is only 210. He's going to be really close. And then this guy's a 160. So we're going to shoot this guy. And then we're going to shoot that guy. I think we'll be able to do both. Alright, let's just... Okay, this guy, then this guy. Because the recoil should bring us up to where we can shoot him. Ah, nuts. No. I don't want to mess up the shot. I think I caught him. Okay. Well, we might have got greedy there. There's a lesson for you, children. Greed doesn't pay. I'm going to follow that up with, he wasn't going to be a diamond anyways. Not that it matters. Oh, he didn't go down, I don't think. Not cool, dude. Not cool. So see, this guy was almost near the top of his trophy score. I think he was oh no, he was a 160. That's why we shot him. So he was on the lower end. should be guessing is what we should be doing. I'm wondering if this guy lived. I'm hoping he did. So we got one more shot we can pump into him. This is where I should have maybe had the dog with me today. He could kind of help out a little bit. Yeah, see, this is always the issue for me, is I don't think he's died yet. We don't have the extra hunting pressure there. And I kind of have the feeling what'll happen is if he lives, he's going to come around and then he'll like circle. He'll come full circle and circle back. And sometimes when you chase an animal right away, you can push him. Whereas if we wait, there's a chance that he could come back. Let's see if my theory's right. I have a feeling he's going to circle around. And that we're just going to push him here. And that he's not actually going to die. He's just going to... Okay. Like, am I just losing it here? Did we lose track? Oh no, there we go. Been playing too much today. Excellent. Keep looking on the screen and I'm like, who's that old guy? And I was like, oh yeah, that's me. So let's keep on him. He's not... maybe he died? Doesn't matter. Let's go get him. We're going to pop our gun up just in case we run into him. And that way I'm ready for him. So another thing too, you know, maybe you know this already, maybe you don't, is for example, if you have, let's say you botched a shot and you know it's a diamond, as long as you get out of the screen before he dies, you know, go back to the main menu, he'll be back right where he was. If you botch a diamond but don't claim him, that diamond will, and you leave the game before you collect them, the diamond will respawn back onto the map, but in a different area. It's, again, not that I believe in cheating, and I don't even really think it's a cheating, it's built right into the game. But it's just something that you can do, excuse me, if you botched a shot. So, walk back this way. I kind of seen the tracks, I just wasn't sure whether it was his or not. I just wanted to make sure I followed the loop around. So sometimes that's good, right? Like we've got the connected dots perk. So look, we shot him, he's come all the way up here, and now where's he going? He's going back. Now, we might have spooked him because as he's on his way back, we're crossing paths and he takes off, right? Or he's dead, one of the two. I'm going to say we spooked him because he comes up here. This is where that connect the dots perk really helps when you're, even if you're just following like a max weight estimate or something, you can follow that around. So I think he lived. Yeah. I don't see any more blood for him. So we're just going to leave. We're just going to leave him be, I think. We're just going to let him settle. And we'll come back later and try to take a second shot into him. Alright, let's carry on to where we were going originally. I mean, if we see him, great. If we don't, that's okay too. It's too bad I don't like... He lived. We wounded the poor lad, but he'll make it. Well, it's nice to have you in. Thanks for joining the chat, Blood Moon. So let's just see what else we can see, I guess. Maybe we'll run into them in and around here. I probably should have went for him first. Oh, we got a peep. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Well, that's a 2 minor. Okay. So once again, sometimes you get a call like that if you just lay down and stay still. See, he went from alert to attentive. And now he's resting. So these guys have moved. You notice we're not getting a need zone to pop. Because this is kind of where they travel to. This is not where they're supposed to be resting, but it's within their home range. And so because we spooked them out of their rest zone, this is now where they're resting. So sometimes, oh my goodness, and I say that and now a need zone pops. Because it's funny because I've spooked animals out of their drinking zone and like been over here and I've caught up with the herd and it like shows them as drinking. It's Call of the Wild tutorial, or Call of the Wild tutorials. That's the name of the channel. It's the Hunter Call of the Wild, Blood Moon. If you've never played it before, it is a fantastic hunting game. It's been out since 2017. It's not necessarily a sim. If you want more of an updated sim game, you can try out Classic, which is on PC only, or you can try Way of the Hunter. So right now we're on the Australian map, Emerald Coast, and we are looking for some axis deer. I shot a big one, and we're trying to find them. Jeepers, I can't even find where that... Oh, he was up over here. He must have... Oh, there he is. Alright, so we're gonna take this guy with a bow. So once again, use waypoints to your advantage, right? We've marked approximately where he is. Like, if he's eating or something, he might get up and move, but This will help us, especially when you're bow hunting. It helps you get into a range. You can use the modern day weapons pack, has like the bow sight that you can just pin on it and it's deadly accurate. But the weight on it is 2. And so it takes up a little bit of space in your inventory. And so I prefer using just the 5-pin sight, especially when you just have it at the default. Okay, we're gonna go prone here. And we should be able to get up within... We'll get about 20 meters away and then we'll take a shot on this guy. If you want me to look really, really old, I should just be wearing my glasses as I'm reading chat. I've gotten to that point where I gotta use them cheaters. Oh, jumping. So I wonder if we can kind of climb on this rock here. Let's see if we can get there. Now I've got my faux perks up where I can shoot prone, so there we go. But before we shoot this guy, let's just take a look around. He just might be a solo. I don't really want to shoot him because he's just a 2 miner, but we haven't taken anything yet, really, this stream, so we're not. Clunk. There we go. Now let's go get him. Now it could be that he wasn't with this herd. I'm just going to go over here and check. Because we also have that skill that'll tell us. So this was just a single resting zone, so. And do we get to keep our... Yes, I get to keep the arrow. There we go. Nice shot into that guy. And let's carry on. So we were like headed up over here-ish. So let's place our waypoint there. And let's see what else we can find. He's just a 2 miner. So sometimes what you can do is you can press your R1 button. Let's just get our breath again to turn them. Look at this, watch. Oh, old man glasses. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, they haven't been doing too bad. We had quite a few viewers for the Apex stream. So once again, I'm just trying to keep it interesting the way that we're hunting here. I don't do grinding. I'm kind of against. I don't want to say against it. I want to get a great one naturally, or any diamond. I don't want to cause a ruckus, so I'd rather not say. It's just, let me say it this way: it's not for me. I tried grinding once for Red Deer, and it made me have to put the game down for a while because you start getting into the mechanics, and you could start going from need zone to need zone, pretty much expecting exactly what you were gonna see, and I don't know. There's just that's not how hunting works in real life. And there's just something about this game when you're out here and you know, come across um, a good track like this here. That fox, I think it goes up to level 7. Like you start knowing how big stuff is gonna be. Did I just see him running away here? So I like this addition of the range finding for the you know call. So see, here's a 6, but it's nice. It's nice to be walking out here on a map, and there's nothing more exciting than like you know you're walking out here. Maybe you're following a max weight track or something like that. I understand that part is not realistic, but you're out here and you're following a track, and then all of a sudden you know these huge antlers come walking through the woods, and you're like, holy smokes, look at the antlers on that thing, you know? It gives you an element of surprise and accomplishment and all of that. Like you just can't get that if you're going from, you know, shooting hundreds of deer in a session. It's, you know, it's just not, I don't know. I don't know, like, I don't know how Scarecrow does it, you know. Great streamer. Lady Legends, great streamer. I can't, I could never bring myself just to like shooting deer after deer after deer. Like it would just be, I don't know. I've done it, not on stream, and I literally had to walk away from the game for like 4 months because I just could not. It lost its luster for a little bit. So if you're thinking about it, great. But doing this natural hunt thing where you're walking through the woods, you've got a target, you say, hey, I'm gonna hunt in this area here, is great. So for those who aren't aware, maybe you're new to the game, you might be like, hey, wait a minute, why is this hunting pressure, this one's different from this one? It's because if you remember, we took an access deer with a bow. And anytime you hunt with a bow, it's 25% of the hunting pressure. It would just be like if you hunt from a stand or a blind. When you hunt with a bow, it only counts as 25%. So in order for me to get the same amount of hunting pressure, I'd have to shoot 4 animals, and then it would look like that purple blotch up at the top. But because we took this one with a rifle, it adds more hunting pressure. So that's good for remembering, because with your need zones, you can harvest 3 animals in a need zone. If you take a 4th animal in that need zone, it'll delete the need zone. But if you're hunting all of those animals with a bow, then you can technically take 16 before it deletes it, because it will go. You can take 15 animals in the same area, and by then some of that hunting pressure is already going to dissipate. But you can take 15 animals in that need zone with a bow, and then that 16th will count as a full 4, and then it'll delete the need zone. So just a side tip for hunting pressure. And for full hunting pressure, I have a video on that on our channel. But it's, I think you can do like 10 kills. Is it 10 or 11? I can't quite remember. But like maybe the 12th or 13th kill that you do takes one of those blotches of hunting pressure off. But if you stack hunting pressure up in an area, it takes a little bit longer for some reason. And that that need zone, or that hunting pressure that we did with the bow, will will be like one of the first ones to come off of our map. I don't know why it works that way, even though you'd think it would do it in sequential order of how you created the hunting pressure, but it doesn't. Okay, we don't have to shoot this guy either, but hey, he's here. Animal of opportunity, we're going to. what's up in these trees? Oh, okay. I was like, are those bananas? I was like, wow, I'm really paying attention. Oh, great. So that tent there was placed in an area where there was. So what happens is as a joke, the whole beaver message was a joke they put in because when you have a tent or something that collides with whatever it shouldn't be there, it'll say a beaver fell your hunting structure. So you get your tent back, it puts it back in your inventory, but now I've got to try to place a tent there again. So that stinks. Let's just check how big this fox is, and then we'll go pick up that fallow deer. So once again, biggest tip for ones, if you're new, you'll hear me say it a million times. Tracks, tracks, and more tracks. Always, always, always check for tracks because you just never know what's on your map. And you just never know when you're going to come across a max weight something. So let's pick up this fallow. See, I would have never thought this guy would score 165. 165.60. Would have never thought that by looking at that rack. It looks tiny. But there it is. Fallow deer are so hard. I'm so surprised I got into the competition this year by guessing fallow deer because they're just way, way too hard to ever comprehend. So we've got, what do we got drinking here? We got hog deer. So let's go look to see if we got some hog deer. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to go back up and grab, see if those axis deer come back to that rest zone and see if we can get that level 4 that we previously shot. So trying something new with the stream this time, putting my face up there. This ugly mug, I'm sorry. But if you like it, put a thumbs up. If you don't want to see it again, thumbs down. If you think I should be wearing a hat to cover my gray hair, then great. Don't be fooled by the gray hair. I'm not super duper old. Just old enough to have a bunch of gray hair. I get it from my mom. She went gray like in her 30s or something. Alright, so we got a 4 easy. Let's take him out. See if we have anything else over here. I don't know what the max weight of a hog deer is yet. I haven't looked it up online. But we're gonna just check over here really quickly too, just before we start shooting. That's a fallow deer. I kind of don't like that they, I feel like they, I don't know what a hog deer sounds like in real life, but they use the roe deer sound. Not that it cheapens it, it just doesn't seem right to me. Maybe one of you knows what a hog deer is supposed to sound like. I don't. Alright, the only thing decent here is this 4 once we see him. And... oh, hold on. Before we shoot him with the wrong ammo. So once again, if you're new to the game, let me just take a second to explain this here. If you're new to the game, when you spot an animal, you'll see up here, it tells you what the animal is when you have the necessary skills and perks. So what I'm talking about is over here, the skills that you want is you want locate tracks, you always want 3 in there. But track knowledge you want there as well. And an ambusher you want spotting knowledge. You want 3 in there as well. So you notice it says it reveals how aware the animals are. Level 1, level 2 reveals approximate health of the animal, and level 3 reveals information about the trophy rating and weight of the animals. Okay, so when we spot this animal, you can see it's a 4 easy. So that's kind of the difficulty of the animal. That's the level of the animal. Now the animal class is up in the top corner, and you'll see like right underneath where it says 75 to 100, that's the health. And then the other piece there, sorry for hitting the mic, the other piece of information there tells us the class of the animal. And it's a class 3. So what we have to make sure in order for us to pass the harvest check, we got to make sure that the class matches our ammunition. So when we go over here and we look under this the 22-250, at the bottom, near the bottom there, it says the recommended classes. This ammo is good from classes 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so these guys are class 3 animals, so we need to make sure we hit them with class 3 these are class 3 animal. We need to make sure we hit them with class 3 ammunition. So that doesn't matter. The 4 easy, that's just the difficulty of the animal. It's like the level of the animal, but the class of the animal is located there as a class 3. So before you shoot, because you don't want to botch. For example, if we hit this guy with the wrong type of ammo, then we would wreck the trophy if he dies. Now, I want to spot this guy here because he looks a bit bigger, and we just can't. Let's. Oh, I think he was the one from over here. He was like a level 3 or something, wasn't he? There we go. Yeah, he was a 3 easy. So then at the bottom too, we see the trophy rating. So he'll score anywhere between 68 and 85, whereas this guy's going to score 85 to 102. So this guy's going to be closer to the 85, I think. This guy's going to be about 85. This guy's going to be at the bottom. You see how their racks almost look very, very similar? And what we're going to do as well, so I wanted to do this with the other one, because we're about 150 meters away. Watch, we're going to whistle here with the R1 button. And maybe that'll get him to turn. No, that won't be enough to get him to turn. And I don't want to fire. If we had a 22, we could punch a 22 round in, and that would get them to turn a little bit as well. So this is a really hard shot to make. And we're going to have to, hold on, let's see here. Sometimes jumping will get them to go attentive. Nope. Did that change them? Nope. Like now we're actually running. Okay. So this guy is what's called quartering. He's quartering away. And so we want to catch his lungs. So we want to kind of aim for the right where the back haunch is here. We want to aim up a little bit here so that if we aim a little bit up too close to the front shoulder, we're going to miss and just hit flush. We need to aim a little bit further back. So if we can get down here where it's nice and calm, I'll show you. So we want to kind of aim here. We're probably going to hit liver and lung if we aim right there. So let's hold our breath, and we're going to aim right around here. And that shot should be good. That should be, if it got enough penetration, that'll be liver and lung. And it looks like we're good. It's a nice solid hit. Those quartering away shots are a little bit risky and a little bit difficult to take, but now some of the videos on my channel, if you've been browsing through it, I've got a little bit more time on my hands, especially come wintertime here, and I'm going to be redoing some of those videos. Some of them I didn't have a really good quality mic. And so we're going to redo some of these videos here for the tutorials. Once again, if there's ever any video that you want to see, a question that you have, please just leave it in the comments at one of the videos. I try to respond to every single comment I get, whether even it's just a thumbs up. But if you have questions and you ask them in the comments, I try to get back to you as soon as I can. That was a polite way of me saying your questions are important to me. And I want you to be able to enjoy the game too. You know, I pretty much say it every stream. This channel started with the fact that I got frustrated playing this game when I got it. And I know it's a great game, and if you are frustrated with not being able to do things, sometimes it can just, you know, you just shelve the game for a while, right? I did. That's what happened with me. I shelved the game. But you know, once I got going on this game, it's fun. The variety of trophies that there are is fantastic. There's never a dull moment. All right, so see, we got a gold. Remember I said he was going to score around 85? That's exactly where he scored, right? So I wasn't very far off. Always try to guess your animals, especially when EW does competitions and they have guessing games. Oh, look at that. We barely caught the liver. So if we look at where we were shooting at, we maybe could have moved that just a touch ahead towards the front shoulder and we would have caught the lung. But it's just because of the penetration of this ammunition. But we were good. We were good. It hit pretty much where I thought it was going to. It's always hard because you look, if we move just I mean, I can point with my finger, you can't see that. But if we moved it just a little bit more forward to the shoulder from where we were, we probably could have caught the lung a little bit better. But maybe we're just a little bit too far back, but that's okay. We still got him. Full score, we can see the harvest check down there, right? So the harvest check, again, for those not familiar, you have to shoot it with the proper animal. That's for the class. You can't shoot it more than twice. You can't, the trophy organ has to remain intact. So the trophy organ, if you look at the top there, it says hog deer. The trophy type is horns. So if we headshot this, we'd ruin the trophy organ. And we have to hit at least one vital organ in. So the vital organ we hit around here was the liver. So therefore we passed the whole harvest check. Excellent. So let's go. Remember we said we've got axis deer up here. Over here we should find that axis deer that I botched before. So let's fast travel over there. And let's try to go get that axis deer that I messed up before. Now, once again, because that axis deer didn't die, remember to pass a harvest check. I can't shoot it more than twice. He didn't die. I got one more chance. I got one more shot to hit into the vitals, and then he'll be good. And interestingly enough, like we shot that axis deer over here, so you know what's going to happen? Even if I shoot him and kill him here, because the first shot landed here, that's where the hunting pressure is going to be. So just so you know, it's always, the hunting pressure always ends up where you made the first shot on the animal. So this is where that axis deer is going to be. The reason I was checking the map is if where my tent is, if I have a need zone that's within like 150, 200 meters, the animals won't render in. So I just was checking to make sure I was over 200 meters away. So sometimes you might have a drink zone or something like that, and you put your tent down, and you're like, hey man, why is there no deer here? I see tracks. Walk away 200, 250 meters and turn around, and you'll see them all spawn in. So where are we at here? What do we got? We got fallow deer that's calling me. Oh, it's so tempting. I never ever like to not follow up on a clue. It's a little bit of the OCD in me. So I have to apologize too. I was gonna try to do this stream in like through Streamlabs and stuff like that, and I started a, I tried it on my Twitch account, and my poor PC just like fired up like it was like a hovercraft or a helicopter or something. The fans on it just went mad. So I have a bit of an older PC, so I just don't think it could handle. I was remote playing this kind of through Streamlabs, so I'd like to put some overlays and stuff like that in, but it looks like maybe I'm just going to have to do that through a different something or other. Just to make the stream look a little bit better for you guys. Okay, there's our access deer. Oh, there's our big one right there. And somehow he gained life again. Or is there... Oh, there's two. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to swoop around here. I wonder if that's the same access deer we shot. We'll see it. We'll see it. I don't know if they regain life after a little bit amount of time. I don't think they do. But we're going to swoop around here. Where did we see them? We're going to swoop around, and they're going to come back right to here. Fallow. Access. They're going to come in here somewhere. But we're going to swoop around here. And the wind is not with me today. The wind is not my friend. There's a sandbar deer fleeing. Okay, these are the guys that have been kicking around here. That's fine, I can handle that. You just flee. We just got to keep an eye on our wind here. Keep an eye on the wind. So we have two level 4 access deer that just kind of we spooked off. That hopefully we're going to pick up this need zone here. I think they're the ones that were attached to this need zone here as well, which is what I'm hoping. We had one max weight that we missed a shot on. Oh, there's 5. Check tracks. Always checking tracks. 240s. No 300s. Yet. So we're kind of circling around this one. This is where... kind of hope we didn't spook those access deer. But we just don't know yet. Let's just take a drink of water here. Like, it's a bit of a slower process to hunt this way, you know, when you're looking for, you know, max weight tracks, or you're, you know, trying to hunt something down. But I don't know, there's just something about it that's just so much more rewarding. Oh, there we go. Oh, we're gonna shoot him. Forgot about the access deer. Yeah, just put your head up, please. Thank you. All right. Just clearing out max weights. If you keep shooting the biggest animals, eventually you're going to get better respawns. That's just kind of the way this works. There's a, you know, this guy here. So what's a diamond? I mean, he's a silver, but he was a max weight. So I mean, I've never seen this in this game before, where these max weight animals are max weight estimate animals come in at a level 3, because these guys go up to level 5, I do believe. So it's just weird to me. But anyways, if we clear them out, so what ends up happening is that when that animal respawns, he has a chance to come back as, more than likely he's going to come as something a little bit bigger, but he could also come down to something smaller. Oh no, see? What did I say? Check tracks, checks tracks, checks tracks. What do we come across? Max weight red deer tracks. So brown. So I have, you might not have this, I have the disturbed veg, and that tells me, it kind of is like having a poop on the ground, because it tells me the time of the animal is there, and it also tells me what the fur variation is. So he's just a common, but it's still a potential diamond. So let's go see what we got. We know the max weights that we have over. See, these max weights we have here in this area are always going to kind of be there, so we're not worried about them going anywhere. And we know that they're level 4s. They're not, you know, we have one that is very unlikely a diamond, but could be. So, and once again, if you're new to the game, the old, very old, when it comes to droppings and disturbed veg, what that means is that this animal was through here over 30 minutes in game time ago. Oh, the track changed now. Did it change direction, or is it just me? I think I went on the wrong. Oh yeah, I'm following the wrong trail here. This is the one I want up here. So you might see the lines in between. That's the connect the dots perk. There we go. And that helps just with tracking which direction the animal was going. As long as you get the consecutive tracks, it's going to show you which direction the animal was headed in. If not, it forms a dotted line when you're missing a couple. So the reason the time is important when we're following an animal like this, when we're hunting this style, is because we're going to see this track go from like old, or very old, and then it's going to go to old, then it's going to go to fresh, very fresh, and then it's going to go down to fleeing now. So you'll see it start if the track is fairly recent or whatever, you're going to see the time start going down. The issue with this is like just what just happened now is we're running into a need zone, and all of a sudden, you know, because that animal might have been in that need zone for more than 30 minutes, now all of a sudden it's an old track. We're going to equip our gun right away because we're going to just see. All right, so they're alarmed. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go here. And hopefully, we're just going to wait it out here for a second. And we're going to try to spot this animal if we can. We can't. We're going to run over here to a bush where we're right out of sight. And then we're going to spot the animal. And we're going to see if we can find that max weight. So once again, you're running in, you know, you see the times on the droppings and on the disturbed veg if you have it. And as you get closer, it'll go from very old to fresh to very fresh to just now. Just now means that animal was there within the last 5 minutes of in-game time. So here we've got their feed zone. And we are hidden for the most part. Let's give a little bit of a call to the red deer. They've had so many issues with the red deer just not vocalizing like they should. The wind should be good. Oh, maybe the scent tipped them off. Oh, but I still got my scent eliminator on, so... There's always this, like, moment of truth, so to speak, when you're coming up to a need zone and you're following a max weight. Like, what's it going to be? Is it going to be a 7? Because we know, you know, if you've got a max weight track, you've got that track that's, you know, 210 to 240. It's a 7. It's a 7. Let's stand up. Come on, turn. A little bit more, turn, please. Oh, I ran out of breath. We're still good. We can still make this shot. Nope. Nope. We're not making that shot. Well, but now we know we have a max weight 7 here, so that's good. I don't think I shot him. It's very hard when they get into this thick stuff, you know. That's okay. So when you see that track, that 210 to 240 kg max weight track, it's either going to be a 7, 8, or 9. pretty much guaranteed. The 210 to I'm trying to think now. My brain's not functioning. I think it's 150 to 210 or something like that. That's going to be like a 5 or a 6. Sometimes a 7, a big 7, or a small 7, I should say. So we're going to chase this guy just a little bit. I don't think I hit him at all, because by the time he got through these trees, there's just too much. There's too much brush that doesn't render in that I would have never seen. So normally I wouldn't chase after him like I am right now, but we're just gonna chase a little bit, see if we can get him out in the open. You know, maybe he flips around a little bit, and then warning call. Oh, axis deer. That's a nice. Is it just a single? Okay, let's stop. We're gonna shoot this axis deer just because we can. See, this is like a mid-level axis. And I almost don't want to shoot it just because he's going to be on his trophy rating is 130 or 96 to 138. If I hazard to guess, he's going to be about a 125-ish. 125 to 130, I would say. Let's shoot him anyways just to see if I'm right. I want to say 125 to 130, but yeah, I know we were chasing a red deer, but then I got distracted. Sorry, I just had my son just came home with a boatload of groceries here. Gonna have to mute again, just give me a second. So I said this was going to probably be about 125 to 130. Let's see. 120. It's a little bit over on my estimate, but that's okay. We're pretty close. Where are we here in the stream of time? 1700. Let's go back over to here, and maybe those axis deer have come back. Let's go take a look. So they were over here somewhere. They're kind of by where these sandbar deer were. Okay, we're gonna... Our wind is good. We still have scent eliminator. Let's just take our time here. Well, that's quite frustrating. Can't find that access. You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna be only streaming for let's say another till 3. Let's go up here and let's take a run at some crocs, shall we? Hey Hillary. Not much. We're just searching around today here on Emerald Coast. We're chasing some access deer. I had a couple of a max weight that I kind of not botched on, but didn't die. How about that? And we're just gonna go up over here now, and we're gonna run around, run along the coast up through here, then go for some gators until I get distracted by a mating call. I always gotta check, right? North. No, nothing particularly. We've got some golds, but no diamonds yet. Not today, anyways. I do have I got a 4 access deer, the one that I kind of botched. It was close. It would have been right if it was gonna make diamond. It would have been like a small diamond, like a really small diamond, a just diamond. But we got some gold bantang at the beginning of the stream. We saw a level 7 red deer max weight. Kind of typical. It's my son making all that noise as he's going up the stairs. How are you doing today, Hillary? Oh, it's just a 2. Oh, you know I just can't resist. So we're going to go on the coast here for the one trivial resting. I hate going along the coastline. It's almost like cheating. It's not like I need the money. Alright, so we had a Bantang call up here. Oh, well, there's a 4 easy. Let's take that out. Yep. Well, Crocs, but I get distracted very easily. I don't know if it's ADHD or if it's just I hear something and I want to know what it is. Let's get this guy. You know what? This guy might be a diamond. I know he's not max weight, but look at the score. I think it's only 137 for a diamond, and his trophy estimate is 133 to 144. So maybe he just came in time. Let's see. I've actually gotten quite a number of low scoring. I haven't gotten a 5 medium diamond yet in Bantang. They've all been like 4s. Yeah, you can get aggressive. I don't care. What else do we got scurrying over here? Oh, we've got the quail. Nope. We've got a 5 medium fox flame. You know what was funny, Hillary, is the today I was not. I don't think it was during stream. It was just I was offline playing, and I was like up here, ish, and I found a saltwater croc track up in the mountains. Like it was weird. I was like, I didn't think they went up that far. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got. So remember, this was 133 to... This was a 133 to 140, so this could potentially be a diamond. I'm thinking... I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see. Gold. Oh, my goodness. Right at the low end of the trophy score. We're only 4 points off of a diamond, but... You see what I mean? Like, this wasn't even a max weight estimate. It was a little bit over the largest weight it was, which I think might have... I don't know if that drives the trophy score up or if it has to do with the true score. I think it's all about the true score. Wow. Not bad, actually, for a 4. Yeah, but it's amazing, you know, like to think that here I had a 4, 1 down from the max weight estimate that had that estimate of 133 to 140. That's, I don't know, ever since Emerald Coast came out, I was saying this a little bit earlier in the stream, so I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but there's a lot of animals on this map, and even since they've done a rework a little bit, like the fallow deer, I've seen a lot of level 3 max weight fallow deer, which I never ever saw in the past. A lot of level 3 sambar deer, which are max weight, which it just doesn't seem right to me, if that makes any sense. No, I'm playing on PlayStation right now. I do not own an Xbox. But I'm seeing a lot of that stuff. I'm seeing a lot of that, these animals score like level 3 max weights. it never happened before, so I don't know what's going on. Like I've been clearing all those level 3 max weights out, but it just seems really weird that all of a sudden these animals are scoring so high out of their weight range. And case in point, right? And I've had level 4 max weights making diamond. I've yet to see a 5 medium on here. So that's just weird to me. Yeah, you know what? I've had the hardest time trying to get diamond whitetail. Sorry about that. I thought I turned my volume off on my phone. I've had the hardest time trying to get diamond whitetail. I don't know if that was a... Okay, I guess it was a drinking zone before. Okay. I always end up with like... I get the max weight 2s. And I've shot like a ton of those. But to get like a... I would accept even a troll 3. But any 3 I've ever gotten has always been a diamond. But I see all these max weight 2s. Yes. What are you? One trivia. We're not going to mess with him. I want to shoot these. So just for the sake of herd management, see, I don't like shooting anything. This guy right here, I want to shoot because he's like a weight class up, so to speak. This guy here is not worth it for me to shoot. That's 695, but the 700, he can respawn as something a bit bigger than what he is. So let's see if we can thread the needle here and pop that guy there. Whoa. Is he aggressive or is he... Oh, just fling. Oh, there's another 4 easy. Okay, where's this guy here? We want to shoot this guy. I'll have to get run over here, I think. So look at this estimate on this guy here. See, he's only a 119 to a 130, which won't make diamond. Come on, turn again. I'm gonna get run over here, aren't I? Yep. Gotta go, jerk. Every time he turns just to where I can shoot him. Ah, forget it. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go after him. We've got that other one sitting on the ground. Let's go and grab him. So I like to take out the 745s and the 800s and hope for better respawns. So if memory serves me right, we were just on this plateau here. We can pop right over this hill and we should get a shot at that level 4. It's all about the max. It's all about getting those weights up or getting those respawns. Where did this guy go? I wonder if they ducked down to this valley here. There we go. This is kind of like hunting bison. They're so slow that you can kind of get out beside them here. There we go. go pick him up, and then we'll go pick up the other one, and then we'll start heading down the coast here and get a couple gators. Now, just looking at this guy here, he's going to probably be, I'm going to say, there we go, 126.25. How's that for guesstimation? The one thing I haven't hunted on here is like the magpie goose at all. Love it. Love getting need zones. That's fantastic. Just as I say that, I don't know why I did that. You imagine, like, that 4 could have been like gold or whatever. I really got to set up for those things. Maybe next time that's what I'll do. I'll set up a magpie goose thing. What we got here? Trivial. Don't worry, bud. I'm not after you. Well, I hope you get your diamond whitetail. They seem a bit rare nowadays. $6.95. Look at that guy. We shot this guy before. No, none of these guys left, which was weird. And look at this guy here hanging up in the trees. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this away. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but you can go over here for console players. We don't get the camera. But if we go to interface, we can go and turn off hide all animal clues. Okay. And that pretty much clears our clears our screen. We're going to take the HUD off as well. Interface. We're going to hide the HUD. There we go. And then if you press your capture button, if you set up your capture button on PlayStation, you can just do like a one quick press here, just like that. And boom, that gets you the capture that you want. And that's how you can take a half decent screenshot with these using PlayStation that you can with PC. So then just don't forget to go into your system interface and then turn everything back on. And then we want to have the animal clues. There we go. So this is another gold. Oh, I didn't guess, did I, beforehand? Should have. What do we got? We got 3 o'clock. Let's go until The rest of my littles get home at about 3:30ish, so we'll go for another 15 minutes or so. We'll make a run down here. I used to have a tent down here, but as I said at the beginning of the stream, I've changed how I do my tents. Come on, binoculars. There we go. I've changed how I do. Oh, 7 very hard. Can we grab this guy before he goes? Is that good enough to shoot him? Reload. Reload. He's probably gonna die, but let's go see if we hit vital. Nope. So that doesn't matter then, he's not gonna die. These guys are too tough. We got a trivial, we got another 7 hard. Come on, and a 6 hard. Who's gonna score higher? 771? Oh, this guy here. By a landslide. I don't know if we can plunk him in the water like this. Nope. We can spine him. I just made somebody mad. Come on. You know you want to dance. I want the 7. I don't want the 6. Come on. Like you think the shot would have been enough to. There we go. Okay, that guy's done. What do we got? What do we got down here? 6 hard. I hate having to wait for them, but I also hate going into the water, and I've been attacked before. Nice gold. And let's get out. Let's get out. 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 Get me out of here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. These other guys aren't going to bother me too much, I don't think. So if you want a good way to earn money really quick here on here, grab yourself a big rifle and just come down here and gator hunt away. Oh, I hate that. We got that guy. He's dead. It's another 6 hard. Sorry, hit my microphone again. Good day, good day. Thank you for joining us. hope your day has been going well. Look at this. This guy wants to come and play. So we're just going to run down here just a little bit more. I think what we'll do is we'll run down to here. Down to where I have this tent here, and then we'll call it a day here. I heard the old Bantang. Anything worth it? And we've got a 6-hard fox there. So we've got that guy. Where'd the fox go? We're not gonna... We'll take out the fox just for a respawn. Just checking these guys here. It's the problem with the drink zones right here on the coast is the crocodiles, they spook them quite a bit. So we're going to take out this guy here. Oh, is there another fox in the water? Let's reload quick. I think there's another fox in the water. We got that medium there. They're very easy. All these guys spooked over here. So I mean, like, once again, if you're hurting for cash, you know, you go out, you grab a big gun, and you can just take out of these Bantang out, and you'll be fine. You will not be short of cash. Let's see here. Did we spook the fox? The fox was like, what the heck is going on? And are we going to be able to... That guy's running. That's fine. Alright. Let's go. Let's go pick these guys up. And I think that's what we'll call it a day. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope some of it's been at least a little bit educational. Probably not. But I want to thank you anyways for coming out and supporting me. We gotta wait for that guy to float back, so let's go pick up our fox here. And I might try to do another stream tomorrow, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I'll put out a post. And I will be streaming next week as well. I'm just not sure on the day. I've thought about trying to do a weekend stream. It's just a little hard when all my family's home, so it makes it just a little difficult. But I want to thank you guys so much for the support that you've shown my channel. Hopefully, there's things on there that you've been learning. As always, please, if you have a question, drop it in the comments. I try to respond to all my comments. As I stated a little earlier in the stream, some of the videos that I've done in the past are going to be updated with better audio, updated information. And so keep checking the channel. Make sure If you want, you can subscribe, hit the notification button, all that jazz, and look for new content coming up as winter months are a little bit slower and will facilitate me trying to get different and new content out, I should say. Oh, starting to get hard to articulate. So we got a silver out of this guy here. Excellent. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you next time we do a live stream from, where are we here today? Emerald Coast. This is Call the Wild Tutorials saying happy hunting.